both the wife and the husband acted what I would say usually. That is, they act that they are together. Together in God. Together in everything. This is what I see. And I pray they will be together until their last day. Amen.
I personally felt that Dr. Afiesimama could not have been able to meet up the wife. That's why somebody was pressing it. That they need somebody to be pressing him to meet up. That's my observation.
This is Africa. Dr. Samuel Benedict Sodinye Afiesimama was born in what was then known as the General Hospital in Port Harcourt, dubbed Nigeria's Garden City, capital of today's River State, on August 14, 1934. He was born into a distinguished lineage from Uguluma on Okrika Island. His paternal great-grandparents, Chief Adoki Fubori and Madam Ibama Fubori, established a legacy of community service. Their son, Abednego Afiesimama Fubara, later known as Chief Afiesimama, was a prominent figure in the transition from the slave trade to legitimate commerce. Born in 1870, Chief Afiesimama thrived as a palm oil trader and secured substantial land holdings, laying a foundation for future generations. His generosity, including land donations for the establishment of St. James's Anglican Church in Ugoloma, cemented his reputation as a respected and influential community leader. Chief Afiesimama's introduction of Christianity to Okrika played a pivotal role in shaping the spiritual and cultural identity of the region. His contributions to the church and community not only earned him high regard during his lifetime, but also left a lasting legacy of faith and service that would be deeply ingrained in his descendants, including his son, Reverend Simon Itelima Afiesimama. On his maternal side, Dr. S.B.S. Afiesimama was equally blessed with a noble lineage. His mother, Mrs. Victoria Kiriba Afiesimama, née Kema, was the daughter of Reverend Moses Kema of Trinidad, who was the first translator of the Catechism and the Lord's Prayer into the Nembe Ijaw language. He also translated and printed John Watt's Catechism in the Kalabari Ijaw language whilst serving in Kalabari territory. He also pastored Bakana and Abonima, from where he moved to Diogo in Port Harcourt. Dr. Afiesimama's father, Reverend Simon Itelima Afiesimama, was born in 1898 in Ogoloma. Simon Itelima Afiesimama grew up during a time of significant historical change, marked by British colonization. His upbringing was influenced by the absence of a sovereign leader in Okrika, as he had been exiled by the British in 1896. Chief Daniel Oju Kalio, a close friend and associate of his father's, stood in his stead as the paramount ruler of the Wakirike or Okrika kingdom. Educated at St. Peter's School, part of St. Peter's Church in Okrika, Simon was known for his diligence and respectfulness, qualities that defined his later career in education and the church. Simon began his career as a pupil teacher in 1915, reflecting his dedication to education. In 1918, he pursued theological training at the Theological Institute in Bonny, marking the start of a lifelong commitment to Christianity and education. After completing his training in 1919, Simon joined St. Cyprian's School in Port Harcourt, contributing significantly to the city's early educational development. The school, founded in 1916, was integral to missionary efforts, and Simon's work there exemplified the strong connection between education and faith. Simon Itelima Afiesimama became the first Anglican clergyman from the Okrika clan in 1931 and served as district schools manager from 1935 to 1947, playing a key role in advancing education and moral development in the region. His personal life was also deeply connected to his faith. He married Victoria Kiriba Kema in 1931, but she tragically died in 1936, shortly after childbirth. Simon later remarried Ruth Ibikiri, with whom he had 5 more children, continuing his family's legacy of service. Simon's life was marked by a deep commitment to education, religious service, and community development, leaving a lasting impact on Nigerian society and the Okrika community. Returning to Nigeria in 1971 after completing his medical training in West Germany, Dr. S.B.S. Afiesimama was guided by biblical wisdom in seeking a life partner. His return to his hometown of Ogoloma was met with great celebration, as he was the community's first medical doctor and a source of pride and hope. On his return from West Germany, as it was then known, Dr. Afiesimama met Miss Abigail Alagua, a University of Ibadan graduate and the daughter of his former secondary school teacher, Mr. Wilberforce Edward Alagua, MBE, himself a pace setter. Some of his students became renowned university professors and at least one vice chancellor. They met at a party organized by his maternal cousin, Chief Sonny Spieth, who, coincidentally, was her paternal cousin. Their brief but meaningful courtship culminated in a traditional marriage and subsequent holy matrimony at Christ Church, Port Harcourt, on January 29, 1972, when Dr. Afiesimama was 37 years old. The union brought together 2 notable families with deep ties to the Nembe Brass region of Nigeria, further solidifying Dr. Afiesimama's connection to his roots. The couple's wedding ceremony was a grand affair attended by prominent figures, including the then military governor of River State, Commander Alfred Dieter speech. Dr. Afiesimama's choice to wear native attire instead of the conventional suit and tie was a bold expression of cultural pride, marking a significant shift in cultural identity at the time. His wife Abigail wore a white wrapper as part of her wedding dress, further emphasizing his love for his culture. His wife, Abigail, was born on the 14th of November 1945. She also had a distinguished academic background. After completing her secondary education at Archdeacon Crowther Memorial Girls School, ACMGS in Port Harcourt, she pursued higher studies in linguistics at the University of Ibadan, graduating in 1971. Following her father's advice, Abigail initially pursued a career in administration, working for the River State government as its first female administrator. However, her life took a different turn when she married Dr. Afiesimama in 1972. Shortly thereafter, she accompanied him to the United Kingdom, where he specialized in public health and preventive medicine at the University of London. The couple's time in England was marked by love, mutual support, and shared experiences. Abigail's first experience abroad was challenging due to the cold weather, but with time she adapted and their relationship grew stronger. On the 7th of March 1973, they welcomed their first son, Sotonye Itelima Afiesimama, born at the Royal Free Hospital in Islington, London. Although the birth was not without complications, the family's resilience and Dr. Afiesimama's medical expertise ensured that mother and child were well catered for. The Afiesimama family grew with the addition of 4 more children, Deima, Kaine, Aibaifie, and Dunabo. All were born after their return to Nigeria in 1974. The names given to their children reflected their rich Okrika Ijaw and Limbe Ijaw heritage, emphasizing the importance of cultural identity. As a father, Dr. Afiesimama was a disciplinarian and a strong advocate for education. He instilled in his children a deep sense of moral values and the importance of education, believing these were essential for personal and societal growth. His daily practice of gathering his family for prayer and Bible reading not only reinforced these values, but also contributed to the intellectual development of his children. The synergy between the Afiesimama family and educational institutions was evident as all of Dr. Afiesimama's children pursued higher education, each graduating from universities in various disciplines. Dr. Afiesimama also encouraged his wife Abigail to continue her academic pursuits. With his support, she earned a diploma in education from the University of Ibadan in 1976, a master's degree in linguistics in 1982, and eventually a PhD also in linguistics in 1992 at the University of Port Harcourt, solidifying her reputation as a distinguished academic. The couple's emphasis on education and moral values laid a strong foundation for their children and established a lasting legacy for future generations. After completing his training in public health and preventive medicine, Dr. Afiesimama returned to Nigeria, assuming various leadership roles. He was a pioneer principal of the School of Health Technology in Port Harcourt, now River State College of Health Science and Management Technology, where he set high standards for medical education. He was also the pioneer director of health services at the University of Port Harcourt and later served as a senior lecturer and honorary consultant in public health at the University of Port Harcourt and as a consultant to the Rivers State government. His contribution to public health was significant, particularly in his efforts to combat communicable diseases and improve public health education. Dr. Afiesimama's expertise extended to his role as an examiner in public health at the National Postgraduate Medical College of Nigeria and the West African College of Physicians. His involvement in these institutions helps shape the next generation of medical professionals, ensuring that his influence will be felt for years to come. In addition to his medical career, Dr. Afiesimama was appointed chairman of the War Against Indiscipline Brigade in Rivers State of Nigeria. In this role, he led efforts to instill discipline and moral values in society, reflecting his deep commitment to social responsibility. His leadership in the Y Brigade was characterized by a focus on community engagement, public education, and ethical standards. Despite his demanding career, Dr. Afiesimama remains deeply involved in his local community. He was a member of various professional organizations, including the Nigerian Medical Association, and was recognized for his contributions to public health and community development. His work earned him the respect and admiration of his peers, as well as numerous accolades throughout his career. Dr. Afiesimama's life was deeply rooted in his Christian faith, a foundation laid by his ancestors, and his father's role as the first Anglican clergyman from the Okrika clan greatly influenced Dr. Afiesimama's spiritual journey. He was a lover of choral music, highlife music, and classical music. Active in the Anglican Church, Dr. Afiesimama served in various capacities, including as the chairman of the management committee of Our Saviour's Chapel at the University of Port Harcourt. His leadership extended beyond administrative duties, as he was known for his dedication to spiritual growth and community outreach. He regularly led Bible studies, delivered sermons, and was a mentor to many within the church community. Dr. Afiesimama's involvement with the Christian Committee for the Mentally Destitute was another testament to his compassion and commitment to social justice. The Christian Committee for the Mentally Destitute, a faith-based organization focused on providing care and support for individuals struggling with mental illness and homelessness. Through his work with the CCMD, Dr. Afiesimama demonstrated his belief in the dignity of all people and the importance of providing holistic care that addresses both physical and spiritual needs. In recognition of his many contributions to the church and community, Dr. Samuel Benedict Sodienye Afiesimama was offered the chieftaincy title and the knighthood, which he politely declined, preferring to remain focused on his spiritual duties and personal mission of service. His humility and dedication to his faith were hallmarks of his character, earning him the respect and admiration of all who knew him. Samuel and Abigail's children have followed in their parents' footsteps, achieving success in various fields and continuing the family's legacy of excellence, integrity, and service. The first son, Sotonye, currently co-authoring his father's biography, has supported many charitable organizations in the United Kingdom. He is also an accomplished artist and graphic designer, multi-instrumentalist, former chorister, and former music director at his alma mater, the University of Port Harcourt. He's a publishing consultant and founder of 2 media firms. He combines these with his fulfilling job as a special education needs and disabilities teacher in a high school in Manchester, England, United Kingdom. Some of his paintings are held at the United Nations and in private collections in Nigeria, the United Kingdom, and Spain. Deima, their second son and second child, is a published author of 4 books. He's a speaker, a professional marketer, and former national athlete who, at the peak of his career, was Africa's 5th fastest hurdler. He has represented Nigeria internationally and has also contributed to sports development in Nigeria, particularly in encouraging young women to participate in athletics. He also runs a primary school with his wife, Gloria. Kaine followed in her father's footsteps, pursuing a career in medicine. She is a consultant family physician with a master's in public health and board-certified lifestyle medicine physician. Her work in improving healthcare access in underserved communities has been widely recognized. Ifie, the 4th child and 3rd son, is a mechanical engineer and has contributed to major global oil refinery projects, ensuring sustainable and efficient energy production, while he worked as a constructional engineer on projects in Dubai, Singapore, and Kuwait. Binabo, the last child and second daughter, is an electrical engineer and has played a key role in Nigeria's electricity sector, focusing on improving energy generation, distribution, and infrastructure. She also runs an interior design and a fashion company in Nigeria's federal capital city. Each of Dr. Afiesimama's children embodies the value of hard work, integrity, and service that he instilled in them. Their achievements across diverse fields are a testament to the strong foundation laid by the parents and the enduring legacy of the Afiesimama and Alagwa families. In 2016, Dr. Afiesimama was diagnosed with prostate cancer, a challenge he faced with the same resilience and faith that had characterized his life. Despite his illness, he remained active in his community, continuing to mentor younger professionals and contribute to public health initiatives. He was never late to church services and was often always the first to attend Sunday morning first service, even in his frail health. On August 2nd, 2017, Dr. Afiesimama passed away peacefully in his sleep, leaving behind a legacy of compassion, integrity, and dedication. His funeral, held on the 25th of August 2017, was well attended by his immediate family, dignitaries, colleagues, and community members, all of whom came to pay their last respects to a man who had profoundly impacted their lives. The service was a celebration of his life and work, reflecting the deep love and respect that he had earned throughout his life. Dr. Afiesimama's legacy lives on through his children and grandchildren, who continue to honor his memory by upholding the values he cherished. His contributions to medicine, education, and public service have left an indelible mark on his community and the nation. His life serves as a powerful example of how one person's dedication to service and moral excellence can make a lasting difference in the world. Gone, but will never, ever be forgotten. Deinamu, sir.
mako yoro ko ni benela 90 years omo lasa e belle me baba mi baka e mo se offer long life me because say I want my friend for long life me I want my long life for mo me me bara so wa bi me what day me dey pack my wa pray they are both of Jesus Christ. Amen.